For just £6 a month, you can get early access to ad-free episodes. Just binge those full adventures immediately. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more over at patreon.com/Sherlock and Co. Just £6 a month. £6. Yeah, that is cheaper than parking at Heathrow for 29 minutes. Do you know that? Yeah. 29 minutes in a Heathrow car park or Sherlock and Co Members Club. You decide. Patreon.com/Sherlock and Co. Previously on Sherlock and Co.
This murder, I feel it may be unintentional.
Yeah, no one is using the front door. This is all cloak and dagger stuff, mate.
Look at this part of the wall. What do you see?
Ah, yeah, it's, like a rifle or... No.
A harpoon.
A harpoon. So, Black Peter and the harpoon.
Cold-hearted killers don't come unarmed, Watson. But we know that Peter was expecting a guest. A guest he thought highly of.
Do you think someone in the village just snapped and killed him?
Never mind the village, I think someone in the house did.
You think it's time to visit the widow of Peter Orwell Carey?
Peter had very intense bouts of psychosis. He'd think he was back there. And it was... all this rage would just come out and it would just... I'd have to hide the kids. They're much older now, they don't even visit.
He was an abuser.
He was.
What do you mean back there? You said back there. Peter would think he's back there. Where's that?
K2.
The mountain.
I know he's just died but I've mourned this man. Do you understand? I mourned this man a decade ago. And all I've done since is fight for my life against this stranger.
Just reminded me we have another piece of evidence that needs attention.
Reminded you of what? Hey, where are you going? The cabin's down there.
We're not going to the cabin.
Well, where are we going?
To Pooh Corner.
Right, why are we going there?
Because I'm looking for a Japanese man with size 8 feet.
A murderous tourist that stalks forests in the south of England at night?
I don't think so, but let's go and find out, shall we?
Right, fine. Let's all listen to Mariana show off yet more languages. Very impressive. Can she name Swindon's full squad? No. So, see, we all have our talents. Stick your head in that episode description if you want to know any details regarding potential harmful? Is that the word I'm looking for? Harmful? Whatever. Harmful content info is all down there. I will catch you at the end. Good luck out there. Bye now. Oh, Winnie the Pooh honey. £8 a pot, not even Manuka. What have we got here? Looks like Winnie has been consuming a blended honey rather than genuine honey. Winnie the Pooh tea towels. Winnie the Pooh... Winnie the Pooh bumper sticker. Piglet and Tigger on board. What does that even mean?
Hello there. Can I help at all?
No, sorry. No, I'm good. Just admiring the merch.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah.
Now, if you were interested in the Kanga and the Roo teddies, they are on special offer at the moment.
Oh, great. Good to know.
But you strike me as more of a Tigger man, am I right?
Yeah. Sure.
So many wonderful characters. Which one's your favourite?
Of the Winnie the Pooh lot? Yeah, I'm a traditionalist. Yeah, I'm Winnie all the way.
Yeah, me too.
Cool.
Us Winnie fans have to stick together, don't we?
Yeah, right, sure.
Right, well, I'm going to bounce off like Tigger himself. If you do need anything at all, do let me know.
Actually, I do have a request.
Yep.
Have you seen a Japanese man with size 8 feet? Excuse me, sir.
Doesn't speak English, Watson.
He'll know, excuse me. Maybe he knows, this. Oi! All right, let's just keep it together, mate. This is a tea room, and I don't want to cause a scene. Mariana, quick, talk to him.
すみません。聞きたいことがあるんですが。
Let go of him, Watson.
お願いします。説明しますから。Excuse me. What's going on here?
We're just asking a few questions of this gentleman.
Not in Pooh Corner, please.
No, I know, but
お願い
just...
します。逮捕しないでください。
Looks like he's being harassed, and that's not the kind of behaviour that Winnie the Pooh would stand for now, is it?
Sorry, this is important.
Well, the 100-acre wood is important, thank you very much.
Yeah,
And Eeyore and Piglet...
Can you... This is regarding a murder.
Ask him why he entered Peter Carey's cabin.
Itsuki さん、なぜピーター・カーリーの小屋に入ったんですか？
迷いしました。
He says he was lost.
You climbed through the window of a cabin in the middle of a forest at night because you were lost.
偶然、森の真ん中の小屋に登ってしまったんですか？
僕、家族でもみんな熊野プーさんのファンなんです。大好きで森の中のキャビンに泊まってるんですよ。ほら、地図を見てください。
Okay. He says they are fans of Winnie the Pooh, he and his family. They were also staying in one of the holiday cabins in a different part of the woods.
僕らの荷物が空港でなくなってしまって、見つかったと連絡があったから取りに来ました。その帰りに迷子になったんです。荷物は車に置いてキャビンを見つけようとしました。
あ、なるほど。Okay, so they had left their bags at the airport, or the bags were lost or something, and he got a text that they had arrived. So he left at night to go pick them up, and when he came back, he was lost.
So, what, he climbed through a cabin window?
申し訳ありませんが、それではなぜ荒野の窓から登ったのか説明できません。
妻が鍵を持っていて寝てしまっていました。僕らのキャビンだと思って入り込みました。間違ってた。僕は
His wife had the keys. So, because she was asleep and he didn't want to wake her, he climbed in and he was wrong. I mean, he was wrong. It was the wrong cabin. Yes. And then he saw...
僕は見たのが死体を見てパニックになって携帯電話の電源も切れていたから GPS で自分がいる場所も確認できなかったんです。
はい。So he saw the body and he panicked. He says he wanted to get help, but his phone was dead, and that is why he had no GPS and obviously why he was lost.
息もできなくて窓から飛び出しました。ポケットからノートが落ちるのに気づいたけど、どうでもよかった。家族の無事を確認したかったんです。
Okay, so he went straight back out the window and he was panicked and he couldn't breathe. He did feel, he felt his notebook fall, but he didn't care. He just wanted to find his family and to see if they were safe.
And then he came back the other night to get it?
もし、昨夜、ノートを取りに戻ってきましたか？
はい、そうです。でも、確認したかったんです。まだその人がそのままだったら、警察に連絡するつもりでした。もう一度ちゃんとやろうと思って、このままじゃ自分を許せない。その人のためにも、正義のためにも。
はい、he did, yes, but he also wanted to see if Peter was still in there, to give himself another chance to call the police. Redo of the discovery. Because he can't live with himself otherwise. You know, he wanted to do it for Peter, for justice.
Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. Tummy little cubby all stuffed with fluffies.
Please.
Yeah, sorry. Tell you what, though, we have got our steps in this adventure. Even if we've hit a bit of a dead end. Not a bad title, that, actually. Dead End. Dead End Part 1.
Please don't call it that.
So you haven't solved it, then?
No.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, wait, what?
I've solved it. Have you not?
Have I not? What do you mean, have I not? We just harassed a Japanese man in Winnie the Pooh's house.
It's not that it's Winnie the Pooh's house, it's...
Can you tell me why you think you've solved it? Please, because it doesn't bloody feel like it, mate.
So wait, was it Itsuki-san? The guy from Japan?
No. It was a man from Sumatra. Well, living in Sumatra for the past 10 years. He's actually from West Yorkshire.
Right, okay. Have you had a career change? Are we a psychic medium agency now? Do I need to tweak the website?
It's really quite obvious.
Was it obvious when I was accusing a widow of murder, or was it when we made the Asian tourist cry?
The lighter, firstly, but also the phone case was a rather glaring kink in the fabric of this particular problem, was it not?
What phone case?
Peter's phone case. We found it on the floor in the cabin.
Correct. Partly.
What was incorrect about what I just said?
It wasn't Peter's phone case.
What? What are you talking about?
Peter hadn't owned a phone for years. He believed the government were monitoring his movements. So why would he have a phone case inscribed with his own initials?
Christmas gift?
Actually, a rather sound assumption, but not one someone would make after seeing the case in question, Mariana.
Ah, okay.
It was heavily used, covered in natural greases, the bluing of dyed denim from a pocket, scratches and abrasions here and there.
Was it an officer? PC? Like a police-owned phone or something?
No.
That's a sound assumption too, right? What I just said?
Not really.
Great, thanks.
Peter Carey knew himself as Peter Orwell Carey. He used the initials POC on his set of keys and the underside of his watch. Why didn't he use it for the lighter and phone case?
Okay, well, now you're talking sense. Hey, what are you doing? The crime scene's that way.
Oh, I don't need to see anymore.
Aha, I spoke too soon, didn't I?
Come along.
Can you take your head out of your phone and look at me, please?
Yes, Watson?
You're not looking where you're going.
I know where I'm going.
Where?
Train station.
Why?
I want to go home.
What?
Sherlock, why are we going home?
Because manhunts like these are ever so tiresome. We can just wait until the service.
The service?
Yes, on Friday. Chop chop.
Oi, another email asking us about an episode.
Oh, good lord.
What do I say?
Just ignore them. I'm ignoring them.
John, they want to know if you are going to actually have an adventure for the podcast this week.
Oh, if I'm going to have an adventure, suddenly I'm the sole owner of the show when we're up shit creek, am I?
Let me call them, and we can explain.
No, look, if Sherlock is right, which he does have a really annoying habit of being, a lot, then it will be wrapped up today.
Where is he?
Getting ready.
For what?
For wherever he's taking me to solve this thing. You coming?
No.
Great. Thank you for your support.
I'm busy with reports.
I'm actually still holding fire on this episode, to be honest. I'm starting to go a bit Black Peter myself. A guy that is convinced he's going to get killed by the government suddenly does actually get killed and no one knows how.
Hello.
Well, apparently this guy knows how.
You look smart.
Thank you. Watson, show some respect.
Show some respect? What have I done?
Black tie. For the service.
What service?
Funeral service. Of the late Peter Carey.
Oh.
Black tie for Black Peter. We want to make the right impression on the congregation.
I don't know if... I mean, it's a bit sad to say, but I don't know if he'll have much of a congregation, mate.
Just the one, I would imagine.
One?
One
guest at his funeral.
Well, we'll be there to bump up the numbers, won't we?
Right. Okay. Back in a sec.
Peter Carey was born in June 1966 to Julia and Arthur Carey. He was a thrill seeker, even from an early age, climbing fences and walls he wasn't supposed to. In his late teens, he fell in love with mountain climbing, and it was on the slopes of the Weisshorn Mountain that he met a dear friend and companion that would scale over 45 mountains alongside him. Patrick Cairns, who would like to say a few words.
Patrick Cairns. PC.
Our killer, Watson.
Seriously? This is unbelievable.
I know that the last few years were difficult with Peter, but I probably expected his wife and brothers to attend. Maybe yeah. Anyway, thank you to you two gents for coming. Peter Carey was a kind man. He was selfless, he worried about others, he was curious and inquisitive. My voice would be hoarse after just a couple of hours with him. Not because of the climb, or because we'd smoke a cigar after every one, he just... he would just ask so many questions about my life, my family, he was caring, interested in people. And he was very good at making them feel comfortable. 14 years, coming up 15 years ago, Peter and I went on our 47th climb together. Didn't know it at the time. It was to be our last. Before leaving our hotel, we'd landed a couple of days before and we wanted to adapt to, jet lag, and I went to leave the hotel and I left this coat behind. And I know this coat don't look like much, but this is why Peter is in that box, and it's why all these chairs are empty, and it's all my fault. It's all my bloody fault. He offered his insulation jacket a number of times. Like I say, kind man. I turned it down, and we continued ascending into what is known as the bottleneck. A very steep, narrow gully. Not for the faint-hearted at the best of times, but this was really the worst of times. A snowstorm came out of nowhere and just funneled into this thing. We thought we'd be covered by it, but there was this fierce howling westerly that just wouldn't let up. How we held our spots, I don't know. To put it bluntly, I was dying. You can't stay in that without the right gear for any time at all, really. This coat here, it prevents snow and ice from sticking to you. It's a good shield when conditions are at their most difficult. I was freezing to death, and Peter abseiled us into a crevasse, into pitch black. It swallowed all light and noise and, crucially, wind and freezing snow. But we were stuck. We were trapped. He saved me, but I suppose he only got us as far as we could go. He could have climbed out of that bottleneck, but he decided to at least give it a shot and save my life. Then, after all that noise and frenzy and chaos, nothing but total blackness and each other's voices for days and days. Not that you'd know if a day had even passed. We helped each other come to terms with death. With shutting down that instinct to constantly fight and fear for your life. I remember him saying to me, "I've said goodbye to myself." I remember that, so... Such a unique Peter thought that... To live with this consciousness all your life, you always think about saying goodbye to others, but... never yourself. I don't need to tell you, by some miracle we made it out of there, but... Peter, he sacrificed something, I think. Sacrificed himself, if you can call it that. His soul, his spirit, I don't know. Sacrificed that for me. Because I didn't bring this bloody thing. Left it on a hotel bed in Pakistan. Well, Pete, my man, I'd like you to have it. On your final and I fear most treacherous journey. 'Cause you deserve so much better than the judgment you'll be given. And the way all these people that abandoned you today judged you. Stay warm, pal. Go find yourself. Go find Peter Carey again in that crack in the middle of the mountain. Give him a bloody big hug from me. And we'll have our cigar one day.
Oh, that was tough.
It was.
What do you want to do?
Get the truth from Mr. Cairns, and the rest is for the authorities.
Yeah. He is taking a while. Do you think he's made a run for it?
I don't.
No, me neither. It's peaceful here.
Indeed.
Well, for now, at least. Here he comes.
Hi, gents.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Patrick. I knew Peter for a while. I mean, you heard it all, didn't you?
Of course, yeah. It was... great speech. Must have been tough.
Definitely tougher than I thought, yeah.
I'm John, this is Sherlock.
Nice to meet you. How did you know Peter?
We didn't, actually, did we, really?
We did not.
Right. Yeah, sounds about right, though, seeing as everyone who knew him steered clear, eh? Brutal, really, but I get it, I suppose. I get it.
Did he attack you that night in the cabin?
Sorry?
You can't escape it, Mr. Cairns. Nor, I feel, do you wish to. Deep down.
I knew the second I was there. His eyes totally dead and black. He wasn't there anymore. He just wasn't there, and he locked me in, and he just fucking lost it. He just completely fucking lost it.
Oh, all right. Okay, it's okay. Patrick, it's okay. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you might want to call Hopkins.
Of course.
Yeah.
And he arranged to meet him and have a cigar together. They'd not met since 2019. COVID had kind of interrupted, and Patrick was keen to do their cigar ritual again. He went in. He said it took a long time to kind of wear Peter down.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Peter struggled socially at the best of times, but I think seeing an old friend was difficult. And according to the suspect, to Patrick, all was going well. They were smoking their cigars, reminiscing, and Peter completely snapped out of the blue, just launched himself at him.
Jesus.
Yeah, they had a big old tussle, and certainly looks that way from the scene, anyway. And eventually Patrick broke free from a stranglehold and grabbed the first thing he saw, and bang.
Harpoon.
He admitted he'd never used one before. Never thought it would strike him with the power that it did. He rushed out of there, door was locked and he couldn't find the key, so just straight out the window.
Yeah.
And that's that. He was expecting something in the first 24 hours, but with Mrs. Carey otherwise engaged, I suppose, the body rested there for quite some time, leaving us with, well, you mostly, with some work to do before he was found.
Wow.
Yeah.
This has been a tricky one, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Is Sherlock okay?
Yeah, he's just upstairs. I'm in the office. He's going over a few things, I think. Processing, calibrating, all that sort of thing.
Sure.
Right, well, Stanley, thanks so much for...
No. Thank you, guys.
Well done again on the promotion, and hopefully speak soon.
Absolutely.
Well, or not hopefully, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Okay, bye, mate. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Mariana? Case closed.
No way. Really?
Yep.
Oh my god. Guys, that is amazing. Okay, tell me everything. Oh, wait a second. Sherlock and Co, Mariana speaking. Pardon? Monsieur, si cela vous convient, nous pouvons parler en français?
Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Well, that concludes the adventure of Black Peter. Thank you for listening. I rarely get the chance to reply to all the emails, but we really do love hearing from you. DocJWatsonMD@gmail.com. I'm on the old socials, DocJWatsonMD on Twitter and Blue Sky, and then you can follow the show on TikTok at Sherlock and Co Pod. Another adventure coming your way next week. If you haven't already, get over to patreon.com/Sherlock and Co, because there is now so much additional material, it is ridiculous. Plus, you'll get the next adventure in full and ad-free as soon as it lands next week. Lands? Airs? I don't know. Very tired. Bugger off, you lot. Get out of my room.